Broadcasting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, you're listening to the Low Blow MMA Boxing Podcast.
Jorge Hernandez with the Low Blow and Southwest Fight News here with Jackson's mixed martial artist, Nick Gonzalez. How you doing, man?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Pretty good. We're here at the Sandia Peak. Why do you come up here, man?
I come up here for to feel better and to meditate and just get away from the city and all that energy that the city has about it, you know, usually, which is more of a negative, hold you back type of energy. You come here and you just find real peace, relaxation, and get your mind right. Good breathing techniques, enjoy the wind and the nature. It's really energizing. Feels really good up here.
You were telling me that about 6 years ago, you were looking for direction in your life, and that came by stepping in a little-known gym known as Jackson's.
That's right.
Tell us about the first day you walked in.
Absolutely. At that time, it was a Gaidu Jitsu on the sign, and it was just a little hole in the wall in San Mateo and Cutler, and I just walked in, like you said, for direction in my life, for guidance, and to become a better dad and be a better husband and just a better person all in general. I remember when I walked in, all I hear is, "Hey!" And it was just the most amazing voice I've ever heard, so peaceful and accepting. And I turned, and sure enough, it was Greg Jackson, you know what I mean? And he says, come here. And he says, how's it going and everything? I said, it's good. I'm just looking for a martial arts school, some directions, an outlet, something that would help me, you know, find path in my life, find a good direction in my life, you know? And he says, well, have a seat. He was about to teach the 12:30 class. And I said, okay, and I had a seat, and he said, watch the class. And sure enough, I did. And I remember he was showing the class and teaching, and I said, wow, I've seen this stuff before, you know? Who hasn't watched the UFC in '93, right? And I seen that, and I said, whoa, I had no idea we had something like that in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And that was a Friday. And I remember after the class, I said, well, I'll be back Monday. And I guarantee you that man heard that a million times, you know? And sure enough, I walk in Monday, same time, and all I hear is, he came back, you know, and it was just amazing. I couldn't believe it, you know, and there it was, Greg Jackson again. I handed him my money, and he says, well, hop in there. They're about to start warming up, and it was for the 12:30 class, and I hopped in, and sure enough, I was instantly hooked. I still remember this very first class he gave me to this day, and when I teach, that's anybody their first day, I give them my first class. Every
the same
time.
Positive energy.
The same positive energy, the same class, just everything about it, and it was perfect. It was exactly what I was looking for.
Now, you said this was, you know, to get direction, but little did you know you as a person would be growing up with the gym at the same exact time, because that's around the time, you know, Jackson's MMA just became this worldwide phenomenon.
Absolutely. It was just right before Diego Sanchez made the first Ultimate Fighter show, right before that. And of course, when that happened, that really, you know, sparked the flame, you know, and got it really going, you know. But it was right before that. I had no idea what I was walking into or people I was sparring with. You know, and it just exploded right after that. It was really amazing. I was really thankful to walk in at the time that I did. You know, it was really good.
Now, when people think of mixed martial arts, especially the general public who don't know the effort and just the spiritual awareness that it does take place, what would you let them know about the sport that they don't know about or don't understand?
I would definitely let them know that it's a all mental game. You know, it's all mental. It's in here. It has nothing really to do with punching somebody in their face or trying to get a brawl going. You know, it's about the mind, strengthening your mind, strengthening yourself within. And people express themselves in different way through painting, through music, but it's all considered an art. Just like what we do, it's considered, what we do is an art. We practice our art form every day. So when we step into the cage or the ring, we paint that perfect masterpiece, you know? So it's definitely an art. And I would love people to look at it more as an art than a blood sport, you know, definitely.
Now, when you joined the gym, did you have any type of combat background at all?
Actually, I didn't have no combat background, you know? It was, you know, I always was into the martial arts. my dad, and my mother and my dad were divorced, but my dad was a black belt under Bill Packer.
Oh, wow.
And so we always had real good philosophy. He always gave me real good philosophy, good talks, good guidance, but without understanding, because I didn't know. I was so young, you know. So I definitely think the martial arts was always in my blood. I've always enjoyed it, and reading about the philosophy of it, but there was never, I myself never was in, karate or anything of that nature. But I've always enjoyed reading about it and studying the philosophies and the guidance of it, the discipline of it. And that's really about as much combat background as I had, other than, getting in your fights and all that stuff that young guys do when they're growing up, you know what I mean? Trying to find direction in their life more than anything,
Yeah, but these 6 years, you've actually, transformed yourself as a person, but also as a mixed martial artist. However, you did take, I guess you went through the tiers of specific genres and branches of the arts. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I guess you could definitely say I did. When I walked in, I had no idea what I was walking into. I just knew what I wanted to be and where I wanted to be. And through the guidance of Greg Jackson and the great team that I have the opportunity to be a part of, I found that. I found that guidance. I found that direction, through hard work and training. And out of nowhere, I did start doing grappling tournaments. I never knew where it was going to lead me. I did start doing grappling tournaments, a lot of grappling tournaments. And, I started doing real good in them. And then I started taking kickboxing and doing, boxing and kickboxing matches. And I was doing good in that. Not knowing it was ever going to lead anywhere, I just did it because I loved it. It made me feel good. It was a release. I felt better. I felt like what I was learning, I was able to apply. But through application of what you're learning, you understand. And that's what I want more than anything, to understand what I'm a part of. The guidance that I'm learning, so if you understand what you're a part of and what you're doing, you can then help other people to understand what you're a part of, and help keep that beautiful art form going and actually make it their own masterpiece, and they can turn it into their own artwork. And I think that's the beautiful thing about what we do and the disciplines that we go through,
I think through that, from what it sounds like, you didn't know what it was ultimately going to lead you to, or what doors or what chapters it was going to bring up in your life. But now you're going to be making your professional MMA debut. You wouldn't have known that 6 years ago. This was just an escape for you, but now you're actually a professional in the arts, and you're going to make it your debut against Gene Perez on the Jackson's MMA series. How does that feel?
That is the most amazing feeling ever. I am truly living a dream come true. And I do have an amazing opponent, and it's going to be a great test of will and heart. And I just cannot believe it. When I first walked into the gym, I'm looking at people like Diego Sanchez, Damasio Page, Joey Villaseñor. Just not only amazing mixed martial artists, but amazing people in general. What an inspiration. What a guide. I thought in myself in a million years, I could never reach that level. Look at those men. That is amazing. What an honor to be able to reach that level. And I never thought in a million years that I would be able to make a pro debut, much less even step into the cage as an amateur or anything of that nature, or do a grappling tournament, or do a kickboxing tournament. I never thought. Every time I compete, I'm living the dream. I'm living more than I ever thought I would accomplish. And it's just the most amazing feeling I've ever had in my life. And I would hope through that other people, especially my children, can find a way to be proud of me and to say, wow, that's my dad. He works hard. He accomplishes many things. And through hard work, through the tears, through the pain and the blood and your ups and downs, your wins and losses, it's all positive. It's all good. You can only grow from every situation, from every combat, anything you're in. In this sport, you truly, truly grow. You never, ever go backwards, no matter what.
Now, if you could go back and talk to the little Nick Gonzalez at Ernie Pyle Middle School, you got hundreds of Nick Gonzalez's down in the South Valley, man.
Absolutely.
What would you tell them?
I would definitely tell them, stay focused on your dreams. Stay focused on your goals. There are so many negative aspects, so many influential negative influences in your life, that these are nothing more than the test of your will, your desire to seek your dreams and become the true man, woman that you're supposed to become. And there is opportunity out there. You have to put your mind to it. You have to strive for glory. You have to believe right here in yourself. Don't let nobody decide your destiny or decide your future. You decide it. You stay true to yourself. You believe in yourself. You will accomplish. It is fact. Through hard work, through dedication, through sacrifice, you will accomplish anything you wish. Don't give up and believe.
Just words of wisdom there from a true mixed martial artist. It was a pleasure. It was an honor to meet you, sir.
Thank you.
He's on the Jackson's MMA card. Make sure you guys check him out, catch him. You know, follow him wherever he is online, up this mountain, wherever it is. But you know, we'll keep in touch with you guys and updating you on this guy's career. But it was a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We'll catch you guys.